All right. So I want to talk about this because it's very important. There's a thing out here called NPCs. NPCs, non-playable characters. They've been around for a long time. And I just came to a realization of what they actually are. They are what we are, but they're not attempting to find out about their space. They're attempting to just be that space without any type of stipulations on that. And I'm not saying that people that aren't doing that are the other beings, the opposite beings, the ones that call the NPCs, but they definitely are doing something different than the other beings. So the NPCs are actually nebulous primordial characters. And that's basically just whenever you're in a dream, you see that the being is always amorphous. You know it's a being, but you don't ever look into its universe and see it for what it is or the shape it's portraying. You just see the whole nebulous. So when you're in a dream, you actually are looking at a being from this side, and then this side. And then if you get good, you can turn around and look other directions and stuff like that. But mostly you're looking from 3 vantage points. And this is the main vantage point that people can remember from. I know from my case. I can remember from the side a little bit, but it's always, if it's not in the middle, then it's gonna disintegrate. So the nebulous primordial characters is really what we are, and then we're looking at other ones doing the same thing. So we're kind of like on something. Even though like when you're flying and stuff in dreams, it's not even the same. But when you're flying in a dream, it's kind of like you're in third person, so you can see it much better. But when you're walking, you're gonna always see those people, those nebulous characters. And sometimes if you're good, you'll look over to them and be like, oh, that's a being over there. They're real. But you don't dive deep into that. So just having that ID of an NPC, I touched on this a while ago, but it's full circle. The nebulous primordial character, that's all of us. And we all don't have a defined shape. It's just like that's like a wave, but you saw the body. You didn't see the cloud. You didn't see the waters. So we're all just nebulous down here. And people don't really talk about nebulous. They talk about the cosmos, but I think the nebulous is the now. And that just goes out and it doesn't end. Because we see that, those tiny beings. But imagine how much you can make that bigger or even smaller. Like, so there could be those type of beings, nebulous. This is pretty much all beings, nebulous primordial characters. And they're everywhere. Even the smaller ones. And the mind is always going to create a body. So literally right now, I'm just taking everything that I ever heard and learned experientially and connecting the dots. So it's looking like we're all just doing this to learn. But if you ever forget the learning aspect, the training aspect, because you have to train yourself to unlearn. So that's the first step. If you really first you learn about it, you learn about the truth, and then you have to train yourself out of the lie. And that's difficult. I think that's it for today, guys.